someone like you.
What's up guys, Taylor Whips here. We got the van pulled in the garage, clean the snow off. We got the heater on. We're gonna let it warm up in here and we'll be back.
So, while the garage was warming up, we decided to go and drift in my Mazda. And well, something happened. Mind telling me what happened?
He's leaking hydraulic fluid.
Where am I leaking it from?
The slaving cylinder.
You hear that? The slaving cylinder is leaking. So now my clutch, it depresses all the way in with like no force at all. And once it's in and I engage into a gear, I can only let it out about that much before it catches. And surprising enough, the clutch wasn't slipping. It engages just enough to get into gear to go. So we got back from where we were drifting at. We'll cue a video of me doing some slides in there. In a minute. But, so basically we're about to pull the van out, pull my Mazda in here, and take a look at it and figure that out. We need to fix that. We'll get to that in another video. Hey, back up just a little bit. All right. Bro, right there. Right there, bro.
Well, no, look, it can go there too.
No, it can't. It can't go over there, bro. All right, so right now we're about to put it up on some jack stands. Get underneath the car. Take the engine bottom tray out. Skid plate tray or whatever you want to call it. We're gonna get that out. We already know that there is hydraulic fluid laying on the tray. It's down there. I don't know if you can see down there. It's definitely wet down there. You can see right there. So we're gonna find the source of the leak, and then we'll be back. And when I press this, you can see that there's a hole right there, and when I hit it, oil comes dripping out of it. So either we're going to try to replace this boot, or patch it or something, because that's not good. My clutch pedal is way messed up right now. So we're gonna figure out a solution to that, and we'll get back with you guys. Alright, Tony's under the car right now, wrenching on some stuff. We got the pod filter off. That's a WD-40 cap. He is in there cranking on the slave cylinder, trying to get it off right now. He already has the hydraulic line pulled off, and we're working on getting it the rest of the way out. From my understanding, is the boot is just more of a dust cap for the actual slave cylinder, and there's a seal. There's seals inside of it, and I'm pretty sure one of those just went bad. I'm not really sure why that pinhole was there. Maybe that's just a breather, but for now, we're pulling it off. All right, we got it out. We're about to pop it apart and see exactly what's wrong with it. Let me get that out. Ooh. Okay, I guess that thing was spring loaded.
That was hot.
It was hot?
Just warm.
Warm.
Oh, I didn't want this on the wood.
Oh, well, now it's on the wood.
That's what I do.
Take it to work and blast it.
There's so much dirt in there. I wonder if it just got, like, see all the dirt in there? I wonder if it just got dirt in the system.
Ooh.
And the dirt that's on this little seal right here.
That's nasty.
I don't know. The seal does look like it had a fold in it.
Did it?
If it holds pressure, though, as snug as it fits in there. You know what I mean?
I mean, yeah,
like,
you can hear the suction from it.
I can't block that off, but
I definitely...
maybe just try and clean that dirt out, put it back together.
Alright, we'll do that. Alright, so what we're going to try to do right now is clean this out completely, because there is a lot of grit and grime and dirt inside of it somehow. I don't know exactly how all that got in there, but I mean, the car does have close to 180,000 miles on that. You guys have seen my odometer. We're getting way up there on the miles, and as far as I know, this is the original slave cylinder that came on the car. And I mean, this whole thing is just very dirty and nasty. So we're gonna try to clean it, and because the way that piston seals in there, it seems like it has a good seal. Maybe dirt or something got caught in between the seal and it was causing it to leak. Because we are, on my car, the brakes and the slave cylinder run off of the same hydraulic system. So surprise, surprise, I did still have brakes, but the fluid where you fill it up here was very low. So we're gonna run to the store, grab some more brake fluid, hydraulic fluid, whatever, that .0.3 or .3 fluid, whatever. We'll grab some of that. Actually, Advanced Auto, but I don't shop at Advanced Auto anymore. Had some issues with them, so we'll go run into AutoZone and get some more .3 fluid. Clean this up, put it back together, see if it works. We'll be back. And we got it cleaned up right here. Cleaned the seal off, cleaned out inside the boot. We cleaned inside of here. You can see nice and shiny, no dirt. We're gonna oil this back up before we put it back in. Hook everything back up. We still need to run to the store, buy more fluid. We're gonna top her off. Like, dang, that's really close. But alright, we're about to leave the garage. Come over here, turn the heat on. Make sure it stays heated. I need to grab my wallet. It's cold outside. Yep, it snowed yesterday. Hey, if you haven't, subscribe to our channel. We're about to whip the Mazda V6 on our way to Advanced Auto. I gotta move a car, and then move another car. Let me move that guy back there. All right, hold up. We'll be back.
They're following us. Whoa.
Where are you gonna park at? There's AutoZone. We'll be in there in a minute. I think one of those will do.
More than enough.
Yeah, it's not empty. I just add to it with this.
I'll probably just buy the big one.
Okay. Yeah, it's cheaper that way.
Right.
Save a little bit.
All right, cool.
What's this? Gas kicker. Like a little energy shot for the gas.
All right, guys. We just got back from AutoZone. Picked up 1 U.S. quart, .3 brake fluid. Also picked up a de-icer because the lock on my car freezes and my key won't turn to unlock it. And that's I don't have keyless entry. Thank you, base model Mazdaspeed 3. Right now we're just putting some lubrication on it, make sure it gets a good seal. Yeah, basically just goes back together how it came apart. Spring's pretty taut. Gonna make sure that rubber boot gets over there.
There you go. And there's a cap that's got a lock in. There we go. Cap locked down. Just clean it up a little.
Oh, yeah. Nice, fresh, cleaned up bolts. There you go, good sir.
Thank you.
Yeah, let's get it.
Is he okay?
Yeah, I think so. Oh yeah, this is a nice angle right here. So basically, to get that out, just remove those 2 bolts in the hydraulic line. Right?
Yep, and the hydraulic line has a little pin, a pressure clip that you just release and it pops right out. Threads are broke.
Nuh-uh.
Yeah.
What do you mean thread? What, they're stripped?
They have to be.
Why, it just keeps tightening and
Give me
tightening?
a box head 10 mil. Can you?
Alright, so we were trying to bolt this through the slave cylinder to the transmission. Stripped. So now, here, lift that out. Find out what this screws into.
And say that's it.
Make sure it goes all the way through.
That's it.
What? Now, what does that read?
It's 7mm by 1.
Now we come over here to our tap. Find the corresponding tap.
This one.
One way we can definitely find out is to go up and put it in, see if it at least starts, because we know that this threads in almost all the way, and once it gets all the way down where these right here, where it catches down there, that's where it's stripped out. So we should be able to get that most of the way in, and then we'll just go all the way till we can't go no more, and we'll be tapped. Hopefully.
Alright, so we got a tap. It's one size bigger than the previous threads, and the handle for the tap doesn't fit in there, so we're just using a 1/4 inch to make a makeshift handle. Hopefully it works.
After you go in a little bit, back it out and get the shavings out.
And back the tap out.
Is it all the way in? How far in did you get?
I don't know until I get the tap out. Find out. Alright, we're gonna clean this threads up. Dry. Looks like we got some nice threads started.
Really?
Yeah, nice deep threads.
Alright guys, a little update. We're going to run to Ace Hardware and pick up a new bolt that fits the new tap that we tapped into the transmission, because obviously the old one was stripped. So here's our old bolt. Here's our new tap we're bringing for reference, just to make sure we get the right bolt. It needs to be about the same length. And about the slave cylinder itself, the old bolt actually fit in there pretty loosely. So next size bigger bolt really shouldn't affect it too much. If anything, it'll be a little bit more snug within the slave cylinder itself, hold it from rocking around as much. And if it really is too big, we can always just drill this one out a little bit, but I really don't think we're gonna have a problem with that. Then again, we don't really even know if that's gonna work when we put it back in after we cleaned it out, so we'll figure it out.
Went up to Ace Hardware and got some new hardware for the slave cylinder, and right now we're just gonna put it back in and tighten it down snug, but not too snug. We don't want to ruin those new threads. We're gonna do that right now. Be good. That does. Threads are nice and clean. It's a good sign.
I just hope you tap down far enough.
Yeah, I tapped down as far as the tap would go. If not, we can go a little more, or we can always shave some off the bolts.
Well, by how much?
Quarter inch.
Alright, so the way the tap goes in, it hits the flat. The roughly quarter inch that the tap is tapered at the tip didn't thread the new threads down. So we are just going to use a slightly larger nut, kind of like a spacer, just to cover that distance that we can't go.
Yes, we know this is kind of rigged, but it's what we got. It's what we got right now. So we're making do. And like I said, we don't even know if this slave cylinder is gonna work or not, but we're gonna try. So it's worth a shot. Better than spending 150 bucks on a brand new one. Yeah, just pretty snug, not too tight. We don't want to ruin those. Sweet. Alright, now we put the hydraulic line back in. Got it in all the way? Oh wait, is there a clip?
Yeah. This will be the hard part. And it's clipped in place and sealed.
Alright.
I'm gonna add some fluid and bleed it.
Yeah, we're gonna add some fluid now.
Alright, so now we're gonna bleed the slave cylinder. Basically, we just put that on the fitting that's on the slave cylinder. We hook an air line up to this, our trigger. This is gonna suck, and we just pull until we see all the air bubbles and we just see clean fluid. And we know our line's bled from all the air. Connect this right on the fitting. Now, one thing is we're gonna need your clutch in for this.
Okay. Alright guys, right now Tony's down there cleaning up rest of the lines and fluid that we had underneath the car. A little pro tip that we use for bleeding the actual slave cylinder, it's basically just like a braking system, the way you bleed it, but to get better results quicker, you can use a C-clamp, but this is just something I came up with on the fly that we had laying around. We clamped the slave cylinder and pushed it all the way in as far as we could. And then as we had that clamped, as he's getting ready to break the nut and have the air pulling the hydraulic fluid out, I'm in the car pushing on the clutch, giving it moderate pressure. So as he breaks that open and sucking that out, we're purging all the air out with some extra fluid at the same time. And as we're doing that, we're making sure that up top at our master cylinder, that it's always topped off with brake fluid, hydraulic fluid, whatever. We did that probably about 4, 5, 6 times even. I'm not really sure. We were just focused on getting the clutch pedal to feel right. And basically now it's back to how it was supposed to be. We're about to, like I said, he's down there cleaning up, finishing up down there, tighten everything, make sure everything's snug how it should be. And we're gonna put it down, we're gonna take it on a drive just to make sure everything's exactly how it's supposed to be. But for right now, the way it's looking, I saved $150 on buying a new slave cylinder for my car, which I'm extremely happy about. I really wasn't looking forward to spending that money on that, but luckily, you know, Taylor Whoops, we got it done. Alright guys, we're in my neighborhood. Just got everything fixed up back there. I got my under tray put back in, and we're doing our first run around the block. And to be honest, before, my brakes weren't doing too well. I thought there was something wrong with my brakes. But after we bled the slave cylinder, we didn't touch the brakes, by the way. Bled the slave cylinder, got that all adjusted, and now my brakes work really well again, like they're supposed to. And it shifts and catches right back where it used to, back when it was good before I started doing some snow slides. But yeah, I'm actually pretty content with how it came out. And everything's running good, so I guess you guys will see this video shortly. Enjoy.
Yeah, you know me, nigga, why you acting stupid? First they hated, now they love me like they ask a shot by Cupid. Girls be throwing pussy, saying no one do it how you do it. Got the world up in my hands, I keep my cool and never lose it. Yeah, they asked a CD, but at first they all said, who is this? Now I'm the hottest thing about my town since Ludacris. Some young, they call me rookie, but I promise I ain't new to this. Nah, man, I ain't new with this. Couple poppin' mixtapes got me feeling like I'm Caesar.